What is up, YouTube? All right, so we're going to go through the entire installation on this laundry room project. Well, technically half the floor because, well, that's how much I recorded that day. We had to do this in two parts because of the washer and dryer. So I am actually going to set this floor and then do a little turnaround where that run to my left is, and then work my way out the door. So what I had done was I dry fit the tile right there in the foyer or mudroom entryway. I got my layout like I showed you in another video, and now I'm just starting my tile off of that, and I have a control line right to the left of me over there where I'm on that blue pad, and that's going to keep me lined up. So when I do that turnaround, everything should just line up proper. Now you can see I wet the substrate there. That's because I pre-floated my strata mat. Anytime you're working off of hardy backer or any other type of cement board, underlayment, even you pre-wet your plywood before you put down your strata mat. That's just going to ensure that you got a little bit of moisture in the substrate, so your thin set will get a good mechanical bond. So you can see, you might not be able to see, but I am going off of that very hard to see control line to my left, and I'm just going to line up those tiles. And obviously I'm running out to either mix up thin set or, I was actually making those cuts right there along the baseboard. But yeah, what I want to do this video for is so I could run through the process. I know I'm moving very quick. I am, in fact, this fast. It wasn't sped up at all. I'm obviously kidding. But right here is not sped up, where I'm going to show you coverage. You want to get your coverage to 85% in a dry area. And I think we beat that right here. And we'll do a little check. Oh, that's pretty. You want to see them mountains. And the way I get coverage, there's a great video on YouTube called Trowel and Error, but I make sure my trowel lines are straight. I make sure I'm using the right trowel, the size of it, and then I just do the little wiggle. And as you can see, I'm back buttering every single one of these tiles. I'm skimming the back of the tile, making sure I got the thin set bonded to the floor by pre-wetting the surface, making sure I skim the back of the tile so it's going to bond to the tile. Coverage is key. You want to make sure that this job is going to last. Anybody can slap down tile, but whether or not you slap it down right is the difference between, $4 a foot and $15 a foot, which is what I'm charging here. So once I get back in here, I think I'm going to finish this run. And some of the products we're using Trilite. I love that thin set. It's a Laticrete product. I'm a big Laticrete guy. The Multimax is also a great product, but me personally, I'm a big fan of Trilite because Multimax just won't come off of anything. You try to clean it off your hands and you got it on you all day. But as far as wall installation goes, and if I was to do a shower with marble, I'd probably go with Multimax Light. But for a basic dry floor, Trilite's my go-to. It's basically mastic in a bag. It's got that creamy finish. So now you can see that I turned here, and I'm working my way back to that dry cut area. And you can see now to my left, also my left, is that control line. So when I set these tiles and I work my way back, I'm going to stay on control with the floor that I laid out. When I dry fit this tile, found my center line, I made sure that I was equal off of that left wall. I made sure I was squared up as much as I could be with this room in the doorways because it's a very old house and the room is not square. I like using these horseshoe spacers. They're great for every application, but when I'm not using MLT clips or a leveling system, horseshoes are the way to go. All right, now you can see I am working my way back towards this rung. So the reason we're doing this floor in two stages, as you can see, on top of my room being a complete mess, we have a washer and dryer in here, and the washer and dryer are pretty thick, pretty wide, and I was gonna have a little bit of trouble getting them out of the room. I don't have a helper, so I decided to leave them in the room. We tiled this whole section that you're seeing here, and then what we did, which I'll show in a video maybe tomorrow or the next day, we grouted this floor, moved the washer and dryer over, and then we set the tile in the washer and dryer area, grouted that, and then moved them back. I actually just posted a short today, if you want to go check it out, of me manhandling the dryer and getting it on top, because we ended up taking it from this side-by-side position to a stackable, because I built these custom shelves to the right of the washing machine. As you can see, I am dicking around on my phone, not getting any work done, but there I am. I'm right back at it. It's a really good thing that I don't have a boss, because I would get in trouble for filming these and TikToks and Instagrams and all sorts of shit. But I don't work for anybody, so you know what? Fuck that. I'll do what I want. As long as the job gets done, that's all that matters. All right. So now, yeah, making sure I use these spacers in every single joint, because as you can see on the right there, I got that 6 foot level, and I'm trying to keep my control. So if I have to, I can actually go over and start, kicking that level and tightening them up. And while the spaces are in there, if you do that, you're gonna pretty much stay on point. As you can see, checking it with the level, wetting the surface, straight trowel lines. I'm going to back butter every single tile, like I said before. Do that little wiggle. It's moving pretty fast. You probably can't see the wiggle, but I am wiggling. Everything in there gets a wiggle. I'm checking out the spacing, making sure I'm good. I try to do a small section at a time, and then I just come in with these spacers. Pretty. And then here we go. We're on the final stretch. So now I'm turning again. I'm pulling up that tile as I need to. I'm keeping the tile on the floor as much as possible, so I make sure that it's staying in place, and I'm not gonna move off course. All right, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Smear, smear, smear. Spacer, spacer, spacer. I'm getting her done. All right, now the next video, yep. And now I moved that level over to make sure that I'm still lined up for those 3 tiles to the left. But it's pretty repetitive, as is every medium-sized floor with a small tile like this. But here we go. We're about to get that last little bit done. I want you to try to pay attention to those trowel lines. See how every one of them is straight? That's what I mean by getting coverage. Alright. I think this part of the video is almost done. We're going to get the camera moved. Show that final minute. We're in the home stretch. Yep, here we go. There we go. Moving it over. As you can see, I'm wiped. But I think we did this whole floor in, I want to say like 4 hours, not even. Maybe 3.5 hours. Just a lot of the time-consuming stuff is actually just the prep and the layout. Once you've been doing tile for over a decade, and I mean over 20 years, but over a decade for an actual job, you don't really have to worry about the actual setting. That just comes naturally. It's pretty quick. And then once I get this last little bit done, I'm going to slow the camera down and give you guys a good shot of the floor all finished up. What do we got? About 7 or 8 tiles left? Got that, no problem. 30 seconds left. I wish I moved this quick. If I got this floor done in 10 minutes, that would be like $1,000 an hour. Maybe when I was in my early 20s, I would move about half of this speed. Here we go. And there she is. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you later.